whatever is hurting you, whatever circumstance you're dealing with, you take those tears and you turn it into something beautiful. And this is what this symbolism is. There is beauty in the struggle, but you just have to find it. Come here, bestie. Come here. We need to talk. We need to talk about how your victim mentality is holding you back. What's up, guys? It's your girl King Cat, and I am back with another video. Today we're going to be switching it up just a little bit, and instead of us taking self-care on the outside, we're going to be talking about our internal self-care. Do you guys like my makeup? I chose to do my makeup like this because it's healing to my inner child, number one. Number two, you can turn your pain into positivity, and that's literally what getting rid of the victim mentality is. Okay, we are going to be doing some house maintenance, some internal maintenance. Okay, we are getting our mindset together and we are tackling our goals. Okay, do you hear me? We are tackling our goals, period. I felt inspired to make this video due to just things that I've been noticing that the people around me are dealing with. So I feel like if it's a common theme around that I'm seeing with the people around me, then I know my audience probably has a problem with that too, right? So what is the victim mentality? The victim mentality is feeling bad about things that you have endured in your life. When people say victim mentality, it can come off a little bit gaslighty. Like, if something happened to me, then technically I am a victim, which, yes, it's true, but just because you have an experience being a victim, that doesn't mean that you have to adapt, claim, and hold on to the mentality. Because when it becomes a mentality is synonymous with lifestyle, right? So then you're going to start living a victim lifestyle, right? So that's the whole problem here. Staying stuck in a victim mindset and suddenly you're becoming the victim in every scenario that you're dealing with. Victims focus on the problem. They major on the problem. They complain. It's everybody's fault but theirs, right? Winners focus on the solution. Sometimes when things happen, it doesn't even matter whose fault it is. It's just up to you. If it lands on your doorstep, it's up to you to handle it. A lot of things that a lot of people deal with don't even have anything to do with what they've directly done for themselves. They've just been programmed a certain way through childhood. Which brings me to my next point. Childhood trauma. Childhood trauma might have been the reason why you have been bred to live out a victim mentality, a victim lifestyle, right? And this manifests in so many different ways, right? A lot of times victims, it's easier to blame something going wrong on circumstance than it is to do the work to fix whatever said problem is and move on and counteract whatever you're experiencing that you don't want to experience, which I really hope that I'm making sense. But let me go back to my notes so I'm making sure that I'm hitting all my points, right? So signs that you might be experiencing victim mentality: not being happy for other people, trying to achieve perfection, doing things out of validation, and self-sabotage, right? Not being able to be happy for other people is a direct sign of victim mentality because it is showing that you are not able to honor the goddess or God in somebody else. So therefore, you are not able to acknowledge it in yourself. And why can't you acknowledge it in yourself? Is because you don't have the confidence to. You have to be confident to be in the presence of other confident people. You have to be confident to be able to give people their props and to acknowledge when other people are doing good. It's not easy when you don't feel good about yourself to be happy for other people. And instead of being the person that is number one happy for yourself, because the thing about it is you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? Like, you have to pour from the overpour in your life. So if you don't have enough happiness to give, that is just spilling out of you, there's no way that it's going to spill into the people around you. And that's holding you back, because those are seeds. If you don't have enough equity to pull out from, then the universe doesn't have anything to work with. It doesn't have anything to boomerang back into your life. If you're not planting seeds of happiness for other people, then how can the universe spring it up and you start to reap the rewards of sowing the seeds of happiness, which is then people being happy for you? Self-sabotage is not seeing yourself as successful. The more you think that you're not going to be able to do something, that is the measure that you're not going to be able to do it as. One thing that I tell people all the time to counteract self-sabotage is to speak the things that you want to call in. Even if you don't believe it, just speaking it, writing it, that is a form of manifestation. That is a form of transformation, because you're literally taking something that doesn't exist, a script that doesn't exist, and you yourself are writing it down. You yourself are speaking it out, putting that energy out into the world, out into the universe. So that is a great way to start. You want to start manifesting and speaking positivity over yourself to change the things that are holding you back. Trying to achieve perfection. So sometimes we feel like, oh, I don't have enough money to do this, or I don't want to put this out until something. Stop procrastinating, because trying to achieve perfection is causing you to procrastinate, and then you're not getting stuff done, and then you start feeling bad about yourself, and then you start to self-sabotage, and now you can't be happy for nobody else. So I feel like we have a few things going on here. So we need to just make sure that we're staying on top of we're checking in with ourselves, and we're noticing where we can be happier for other people, or noticing when we are being hesitant, or noticing that if you feel a little bit of jealousy, where is that coming from? Are you a little bit jealous because you see somebody else doing something that you know you can do, and you feel bad because you're not at that level? But it's like, somebody said something so valid the other day. She said, I was looking at somebody else's page, and I'm like, why don't I have 300,000 followers? And then she said, I can't even say nothing because I don't even have 200 videos uploaded. And it's so valid, because it's like, there are things there are doors that will open, there are miracles that will happen along the way, but it's along the way, which means that you have to make your way. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you have to walk the path in order to get there. That's why there's a saying that says life is a journey. So yeah, that is just a straight little message of encouragement. I'm encouraging you to start affirming positivity over yourself. I'm encouraging you to start being happy for other people, genuinely happy for other people. Start giving people compliments, and watch how that energy returns back to you. It literally is free to be kind. The kindness that you give someone today is the kindness that is going to come back to you tomorrow. You have to understand that the laws of karma and cause and effect are a real thing, and the way you treat other people is the number one way to honor yourself, even when people don't return it back to you. And circling back to victim mentality, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. That is the number one sign of victim mentality, because it's easier to shift the blame instead of looking at yourself and building the discipline and the fortification to get it done. Whatever is hurting you, whatever circumstance you're dealing with, you take those tears and you turn it into something beautiful. And this is what this symbolism is. My friend asked me today, what made you do that? And when I saw this makeup look on Pinterest, because it's not an original idea, but I feel like the way I executed it, I mean, even just the way it's sitting on my face, I love it. Because there's beauty in the struggle. There is beauty in the struggle, but you just have to find it. And when you don't find it, that's usually the longer you stay in the struggle. When you find things to be grateful for, when you start minding the business that wants to pay you, a lot of you guys have ideas that you guys are sitting on, because instead of amplifying and paying attention to what your heart desires, you are focusing on what other people are saying about you, how other people are treating you, instead of just taking the opportunity to treat yourself the way you want to be treated. If you're watching this, you're probably an adult, and you probably have, and if you're not an adult, you're probably at the age to where you can do something about 80% of your problems right now. Whether that's cutting someone off that you need to cut off, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's eating healthier, whether that's drinking more water, whether that's breaking up with that guy, breaking up with that girl, whether it's meditating if you're spiritual, whether it's praying more, whether it's cleansing yourself more spiritually, whether it's getting more rest. It's a lot of things that you can do. And for the people, I'm feeling like even some people, they feel like they don't have friends, but it's like, when is the last time that you gave someone a compliment? When is the last time you were nice to someone? When is the last time you just on a whim just called someone that you want to talk to, but you feel like they should call you first? Now, obviously, there are scenarios where people take advantage of that phone tag dynamic, and sometimes you do have to fall back when you see the energy isn't being reciprocated. But that's not what we're talking about here. Let's stay focused. Let's not be a victim and say that is the reason when you know it's not. My lips they look good on camera, but my lips are a little dry. Anyway, y'all, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. All my socials will be linked below. And thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate the love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Mwah.